Hello students, today in this video I will teach you the essay Vivekanand The Great Journey to the West by Romain Rolland. This is the second video on this essay. In the first video we had learnt that the writer was describing Vivekanand's journey to America to attend the Parliament of Religions, which he started on 31st of May in 1893. The writer described how Vivekanand coincidentally or by chance decided to go there, though he had no idea or pre thought about this event. How Maharaja of Khetri arranged a ticket and a dress for him, and how many countries he had to pass to reach to America, and what did he notice there in their religious culture, and how he was happy to see the religious influence of ancient India in China and Japan. And when he saw the progress of Japan, what did he think about his own country, and what were his sentiments about the evils that were prevailing in India? What were his thoughts about his own nation? So all this was explained in the first video on this essay. I come on the text of this essay. I am beginning the text from the page number 18 uh, in the book Prose and Fiction, prescribed for BA Part 3rd English Literature Paper 2nd in MGS University Bikaner, and the paragraph is the first. The text is: He went from Yokohama to Vancouver. Thence by train he found himself towards the middle of July in a state of bewilderment at Chicago. He went from Yokohama to Vancouver. Thence means from there by train he found himself towards the middle of July in a state of bewilderment. Bewilderment means confusion at Chicago. He went from Yokohama to Vancouver. From there by train he found himself towards the middle of July in a state of bewilderment. He was in a state or in a condition of confusion at Chicago. The whole way was strewn with his feathers, for he was a marked prey for the fleecers. The whole way was striven means spread with his feathers. The whole way was spread with his feathers, for he was a marked means fixed prey means victim for the fleecers. Fleecers here is the fraud persons. He became victim of the fraud persons during his journey. He could be seen from afar. He could be seen from afar. At first, like a great child, he wondered how he could be seen from afar. Means he was looking as a child, because he was wandering everywhere. He wandered everywhere, gazing, mouth agape. Agape means mouth open in the world's fair. Just as a child is in wonder in a fair, in the same way, when he reached to a new country, he was gazing at the various things, at the various new things, and his mouth was open. He was in astonishment in the world's fair. He was wandering there. The Universal Exposition of Chicago. When he reached to the Universal Exposition, exposition means exhibition of Chicago. When he reached in Chicago, that was a big place for him. That was a global or universal place or exhibition for him. It was a new place for him. Everything was new to him, and both surprised and stupefied him. The place was new for him, he was unfamiliar to that place, and everything was new to him, and both surprised and stupefied. And everything in Chicago was new, and the place was also unfamiliar to him, and both these things surprised and stupefied. Stupefied means surprising to him. He had never imagined the power, the riches, the inventive genius of this Western world. He had never imagined the power. He had never thought about the power, the riches means wealth, the inventive genius, the talent that was inventive, that invented many things of the Western world. He has not thought about the power or the wealth or the inventive talent of the Western world, being of a stronger vitality and more sensitive to the appeal of force than a Tagore or a Gandhi, who were oppressed by the frenzy of movement and noise, by the whole European, American, especially American mechanism. Vivekananda was at his ease in it, at least at first. Being of a stronger vitality. Vitality means energy. Uh, he had much vitality in him or energy in him, and more sensitive. He was more sensitive to the appeal of force. Appeal of force means he was attracted towards the force or the energy than a Tagore or a Gandhi, who were oppressed by the frenzy. They were oppressed by the frenzy means madness of movement and noise. But Vivekananda was of a different temperament, and he was ready to receive the energy uh, by the whole European, American, especially American mechanism. He was sensitive or he attracted towards the whole European American mechanism or force or energy of Western world. Vivekananda was at his ease in it, at least at first. Vivekananda was at his ease, he was comfortable to see the newness or inventive genius of the Western world. He succumbed to its exciting intoxication. Succumbed means he was overcome, or he surrendered, or he accepted, uh, or he was receptive to its exciting intoxication. Exciting intoxication. Intoxication is uh, and the intoxication of mechanism. He was overcome. He was overcome, or he was receptive to the exciting or energetic intoxication of mechanism, and his first feeling was of juvenile acceptance. And his first feeling was of juvenile means of young age. Acceptance means he accepted the new things or new mechanism or the energetic movement, as is the tendency of a young person. His admiration knew no bounds. His admiration means he praised, bounds means limits. He admired the new techniques or the new mechanism much. For 12 days he filled his eager eyes with this new world. For 12 days he filled his eager eyes. He was curious. For 12 days he was curious to see this new world. A few days after his arrival in Chicago, he bethought means he thought himself to go to the Information Bureau of the exposition. First, he was astonished or surprised to see a new world in West, He saw the different new things and he was curious to see the different things. But after a few days, uh, after his arrival in Chicago, he thought himself to go to the information bureau, that he should go to the information center to know about the event uh, for which he had come there. What a shock! But he was in surprise. He discovered that the parliament did not open until after the first week of September. This was going on July, and he discovered that the parliament of religion, did not open. It will not open until after the first week of the of September, and it was too late for the registration of delegates, and he had gone late for the registration. Delegates means as a participant. Moreover, uh, that no registration would be accepted without official references, and he also knew there that he will not be registered there, he will not be accepted there as registered without official reference. He should have some official reference in order to register there. He had none, but he had no official reference. He was unknown without credentials. Credentials means proofs. He was unknown there. He had no proofs from any recognized group, from any recognized organization, and his purse was nearly empty. And his purse was also almost empty. It would not allow him to wait until the opening of the Congress. As his purse was nearly empty, and he could not wait there uh, until the opening of the Congress. Congress here means conference. Opening of the conference, he could not wait there as his purse was nearly empty. He was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means he was confused. He cabled to his friends in Madras for help. He cabled means he sent a telegram to his friends in Madras for help and applied to an official religious society that it might make him a grant. And he applied or requested to an official religious society that it might make him a grant, that it should give him a grant or help. But official societies do not forgive independence. But the official societies do not forgive independence. Dependence on self. The chief of the society sent this reply when he asked for the grant to an official society. That society did not give him help. Rather, the chief or the main person of the society sent this reply: "Let the devil die of cold." Swami Vivekananda was called devil. Let the devil die of cold. It was the reply from the head of the society, from which he had asked grant or help. The devil neither died nor gave up. This is the statement of the author of this essay, writer of this essay. The devil neither died nor gave up. This devil, Swami Vivekananda was called a devil. The writer says that this devil neither died nor he gave up hopes. He threw himself upon fate. He threw himself upon fate, and instead of hoarding in inaction the few dollars remaining to him, and instead of hoarding means saving or collecting. In inaction means in a passive state, the few dollars remaining to him, he did not kept the money with him as saving. he spent them in visiting Boston. Rather, he spent whatever money he had with him, he spent it in visiting Boston. Fate helped him. Fate helped him. Fate always helped those who know how to help themselves. Fate or God always helps those, it is said, fate or God helps always helps those who know how to help themselves. Vivekananda never passed anywhere unnoticed, but fascinated even while he was unknown. Vivekananda never passed anywhere unnoticed. It was in the personality of Vivekananda that wherever he went, he never passed unnoticed, but fascinated, he attracted even while he was unknown. He attracted to others even while he was unknown. In this way, up to this point of the essay, we come to know that how many difficulties Swami Vivekananda had to face in reaching to America to attend the conference of Parliament of Religions as all alone, unfamiliar to a new country, without any reference from an official authority, and more than all, scarcity of money. What happened next with him, it will be explained in the next video. So thanks to all for watching this video.